Hello ladies and gentlemen, Xcentro here and welcome back to another video. And I hope all of you are doing well because I am as always. And in today's video we have a brand new update to Infinite Flight. We are literally 4 days into 2024 and Infinite Flight have already dropped their first update, so I think we're in for a very good year here. So there have been a few big changes to the simulation in this update. Unfortunately, there is no A380 rework update yet, unfortunately, but I am expecting that relatively soon. But what we do have is many new liveries. I think it's 8 new liveries, I think the number is, which is incredible. So that's a lot of, it's more than 8 actually. There's 12 new liveries. Now there is a Spirit Airlines livery, the Jazeera and Pegasus Airlines livery, which are all on the A320. So we're looking at one right now, and it's a very good livery. So what we're going to do is we're going to go have a look at the other liveries, which are now available to us. So like I said, on the A320 we got the Spirit Airlines livery, this one, the brand new airline livery. It looks very good, it looks very slick and smooth, very good. We got the Jazeera one as well, so if I scroll up a little bit we will see it there as well. I think that's a really nice livery as well, so I'd like to see a fair few people using that. On here we got the Titan Airways, the very classic livery there, looking very, very good. And then the last Airbus livery is the A330-900, where we got the Condor livery, which has been very popular and has been published at a lot of places on social media over the past few weeks. We got a few on the 737-8. We've actually got 4 liveries. We got the China Southern livery, which is this one here. It's never been really my favourite livery, but it's a nice livery. It's an alright livery. We've got the Sun Express livery up here. That is an alright livery as well to get on Infinite Flight. We've got the Air Europa livery, which I believe I liked when I looked at it earlier. Yeah, it's a pretty nice livery. And then we also got the Air China livery, which again I'm not too fond of the liveries that China have, unfortunately. But that might just be me. We move on to the 787, which has seen 2 new aircraft liveries. The United Airlines livery, the newer one. We are on the right 787, aren't we? Nope, it's 787-9. The United Airlines newer livery. So I am a big fan of this newer livery compared to the old livery. I wasn't at first, but I much prefer it actually. And then we also got the Hainan Airlines. I've definitely butchered a whole company's name here. There we go. And again, it was an alright livery actually. It's an alright livery, this one, which isn't that bad. And then the final livery we actually got was on the TBM, which was a big shock for me. I did not see this coming at all. But it is a very nice looking livery and I am very happy with that. There's also been 49 new 3D airports and 107 updated 3D airports. I was expecting at some point, it's one of these airports, I think it's this Sabiha Gökçen airport. I was expecting this airport to come in 3D at some point in Infinite Flight, due to Istanbul's rather large aviation presence. But again, I suppose when you got like Bulgaria not having a 3D airport, I suppose maybe it does make sense. But yeah, I was expecting that airport to come in 3D, but it hasn't yet. Hopefully it will at some point soon. So not only has that been added, so those are more of the minor additions in the update. We got some big additions here. Now, if I can become ATC, it is not available to me. Oh, it is available to me. Okay, so I'm going to have to see if I can select an airport here. I probably won't be able to do it actually, but there is now, I will discuss it while I get ready for the next point I want to talk about. There is now a brand new addition to the ATC controls, which you as flight users will find way more impressive than many people, and I think it is a very good addition to be getting here. Now we are going to be using single player. No, we can use casual server. We're going to use free flight mode, and you guys are about to see me do one of the most illegal things in Infinite Flight, but it's okay because we're on casual server. And why not use Sabiha Airport? We can just take off from the cargo ramp, it will be absolutely fine. So when you are now flying online, you are able to pause your flight as well, which I want to check. But the first thing I want to talk about are taxi routes. But I don't really care about that right now. I just got to get this aircraft auto started, and we got to get above 28,000 feet. So hopefully we will be able to get airborne very quickly now. I'm just hoping the aircraft doesn't crash upon takeoff here. Oh, I didn't realise we were flying straight off a cliff. We don't actually have the airspeed to stay airborne. Oh, we might be alright to rotate now. There we go. No, we're absolutely fine. This aircraft shouldn't be stalling. We should be alright. Fingers crossed. And let's just get a little grip onto the aircraft there. Okay, that's brilliant. Also, when you are now a person wanting to taxi, the air traffic control can actually give you a desired route, which I think is really cool. So what I'm going to do right now is just set this as a random thing, and we need to include the LNAV, and we need to gain some altitude, and we've got to get above 28,000 feet for this thing I want to show you as well. Now, what I was talking about the taxi routes, it's a very little bit hard to explain, but it is very easily explainable. I know that makes no sense, but it does to me. So imagine we are here at London Heathrow and we have spawned. Unfortunately, none of the taxi lines have loaded in, which is a bit of a pity. Will they load in at a nearer airport? I suppose they're visible here. So imagine we're parked up right here at the centre of the screen and we want to taxi all the way up here to 17 left. Now, air traffic control, if it is present, they can now give you a route, and it will come up in green, I think, or something, and it will show you along here and up here, and it will show you all the ways you want to go, and they can also hold you at specific points along your route, so they can pause you, tell you when and when you can't stop. So there are a lot of cool new things that we can be doing among our taxi in here in Infinite Flight. So I think this is a really big addition to the flight simulator, and I think it's probably one of the better additions I have actually seen come in recent years with regards to ATC and its improvements. I have been thinking for a while we do need an updated taxi version, because pilots do just tend to go their own way on Infinite Flight. So I'd imagine it will make Expert Server maybe a bit more chaotic for controllers, but maybe a bit more disciplined on the ground. So that'll be really good. So it says they've added some more ATC improvements as well for this update. So this is quite a big update. Taxi to intermediate hold and will not send a contact tower when ready. So that means, like I said, they can pause you along your taxi with regards to initial instructions. Taxi instructions to a hold close to a runway will auto add the runway as well, so that makes sense that it does that. Red runways will also be shown in the quick taxi instructions, which is again very important. And ATIS immediately updates when published. I think that was a very big update, that the ATIS is immediate, and the ATC panel is now larger on tablets, so I suppose that again is something very helpful. Now, you're able to pause your mobile device when mid-flight, which again is incredible. Now, this is the first in multiplayer, which is why I wanted to test it in multiplayer. Now, I think it's in the pause. It's this little Infinite Flight resume. Now, you guys won't be able to see it, unfortunately, but I can, because the way the tablet cuts off, which is a very big pity for me, but that's alright. Now, we are losing airspeed, and I really want to get up to cruise. We're not going to get up there anytime soon if I stall out an aircraft, which is a bit of a pain. So yeah, you are able to pause mid-flight. Now, I know this sounds really weird, and it's something which we haven't really had before, like I said, really in a mobile flight simulator. Now, there is a whole section on it on the InfoFlight website, which I'm looking at now, and it basically says, from all the reading I can understand, you can just pause mid-flight. You need an altitude greater than 28,000 feet, so maybe if I just set my altitude to literally 28,100 feet. You need to be on level flight, so no cruising or descending. You need to have your LNAV engaged, and you must be greater than 30 minutes from your destination, which maybe I will just have to add on like another airport onto this or something. There we go. And you must be on your flight plan track, so that basically means LNAV should be engaged. So we should bring down our vertical speed just a little bit here, you know, just because we are going to stall out momentarily. I really do not want to stall. That is the worst thing I want to do in a demo video, and we're stalling. I'm going to have to take manual control of the aircraft. Okay, this is something we do not get in every video here. Oh, this is such a bad demonstration now. Okay, right, let's try and apply some rudder here to try and get out. There we go. Brilliant, we are now out of our stall and happily gaining altitude. Right, we can re-engage LNAV, that will put us straight back on track. Re-engage the autopilot and get that speed under control. Now that is something that does not happen in every video. That is very, very weird. So hopefully we'll be at the altitude, our desired altitude, very, very shortly. So while we are on about that, I can just explain. So it says that Infinite Flight, they said they were looking forward to sharing this with us soon, along with their game plan for the end of year releases. The developers have been working very hard behind the scenes on an Android subscription code-based rework that was required by Google for this release. So that looks like why the update was a little bit pushed back by the looks of it. They said they continue to share their progress along social media, and they are excited to bring us Flight Resume. So it looks like Flight Resume is the main base of this update. It looks like the big foci point of what they've been looking for in the release here. Personally, it's like Pegasus Airlines Livery, which I'm using now. I think that's my highlight of the update. I have been looking, I literally said in a group chat the other day that I would love to see this airline on the A320, and it has literally just come out for us today. So I think that is really a big win for me here. Are we going to be able to get up to cruise a little bit quicker now? Because I'm really hoping we can get up to that 28,100 feet. Just so we can see if this pause thing actually worked. Because there are times, you know, when you have to do other stuff, and unfortunately you're stuck here at a certain altitude. So on solo mode it actually works if you're greater than 5,000 feet. So maybe we should have tried it on solo mode. A little bit silly us trying to do this on online, but that is fine. We are very nearly at cruise. So yeah. This is all we've got for this update here. So it was very good. It was a very, very good update. We are now a few thousand feet from reaching those 28,000 feet. As you can see, the livery looks as good as always here. So yeah, I think the A380 will be the next update out, and it's something which a lot of you have been asking me about. Okay, so I will get a video out on the A380 hopefully within the next 2 weeks when some more news becomes publicly available of it. We're now 1,000 feet from reaching cruise altitude, so you can see there the aircraft is leveling out. So hopefully we will be there in just a second and we'll be able to cruise. So, oh, I've accidentally tapped the rudder. That's not going to put us into a spin, hopefully. So now we are leveling out. We are at 28,000 feet now, and we are just coming down on that nose. So that's perfect for us. So let's see if the flight resume can work. So we're not on level flight. Oh, there we go. Flight resume is now saved. So I'm not too sure how to use it. I'm going to be completely honest with you. So it says resume is saved. So if I press leave flight, this flight can be resumed. So I press confirm, we'll press OK, and now we're stuck. So this is what we were on. There's a little resume button at the bottom, tap to start, and it just connects you straight back in. That is incredible. So you can just pause a flight whenever you want. No, I think this is a really big feature. This will really help with people when you have to, emergency cancel flights. That is a really good feature. That's probably one of the best features they've ever added. So, if you guys did enjoy the video, please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will hope to see you all in my next video. Have a lovely evening and good night.